All right, you guys, I'm going to put you right here, and we are going to try something a little bit different. I'm Logan, and this is Logan's Corner, which is my little slice of the Copper John's YouTube page, or I guess my little corner of the Copper John's YouTube page, where I talk about all of the different products that Copper John's offers, not just beard care, but men's grooming, and there's a few products in here that are aimed towards our female friends. So, if you haven't watched any of the previous 12 videos that I've put out, then you might not realize how this might be a little bit different. This is a little bit more informal, a little bit more casual, and I feel like it's a little bit more me. Not that the other videos were not me or that I was being fake or whatever, but I'm not really super well versed in YouTube. But what I have found is that the videos that do better are people that are being a little bit more authentic. So I'm going to try to take all of the good that Tyson and I have created over the last 2 years and bring more of that to Logan's Corner. A lot of my other stuff that I've put up with Logan's Corner is good, and it is all factual stuff based off of products here at Copper John's, but it's a little bit robotic. It's a little bit not me because I felt like I needed to just be like, matter of fact, here's the thing, and I feel like as I'm editing, I've had to disassociate a little bit and not, I guess, look at it as it's me because I'll kind of get the ick, like I get a little bit cringe. So going forward, we're just going to have kind of a sit-down conversation like we're sitting here in my office, which is my basement with my recording setup. We're at my desk. I got my big, computer screen here behind me. I've got some lights. I've got just the backdrop. But behind that is where my family stores all of our junk. So you're not going to get to see that. But I just want to have this now. I want to turn Logan's Corner into something where if you guys were to come to Utah and you were going to go to lunch with me and Tyson, that you're going to get the same guy in person as you're going to get sitting here behind a camera. So we're still going to have some scripted moments. There's still going to be some edits. There's still going to be some cuts because I will sneeze, I will cough, I probably will burp, and I'm going to have to fix my mustache. But only for a week because the next video, you guys this may not be here. Yeah, unless I record before I shave because Father's Day 2024, my 2 little kids, cutting this bad boy off, and we're donating it to Locks of Love, and we're going to regrow it. So I'm sorry. That's what I do. I like to do it. It's fun. It's refreshing. It's maybe my Britney Spears moment every couple years. Sorry. But without that super long, super winded, over-the-top intro, we're going to talk about something today that I absolutely love. You guys have heard me talk about it before. It's one of my favorite products from Copper John's. I didn't know that I needed this when he first introduced it, and I was extremely lucky to be one of the testers of this product. What am I talking about? The deodorant. You guys have heard me mention this before. If you've seen anything on any of the Copper John's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anything, you have heard about the deodorant. And if you are not using it yet, that's your fault because this stuff flies off the shelf. Every time we get a new batch in, it flies off the shelf because guys like me started using it after we've been using the other big brands for years, and we didn't realize what we were missing out by using an all-natural deodorant, free of aluminum, free of parabens, free of just all of the nasty chemicals that are inside our men's grooming products. So why is an all-natural deodorant important? Well, like a lot of you guys, I used the big guys before. There's a lot of big brands. I used the Big Red brand. I'm not going to say their name because I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. But, those guys, I liked them. They've got good marketing. They have hilarious ads. And my dad used them for years. That's who I used because that's what my dad used, and I'm pretty sure that's what my grandpa used. I even had the same scent and the same style of deodorant that my dad used because growing up, I wanted to be just like my dad. So I got my beard from him. Why not get my deodorant from him? And it worked. I didn't stink, but I would get chemical burns in my armpit. I didn't realize that was something that shouldn't be happening. I didn't realize it was really a chemical burn. I just thought it was like rashes and burning. And the funny thing is, the only thing that soothed it was putting on more of their deodorant. When you're clogging your pores with aluminums and you're filling it full of other chemicals, your body's going to react pretty negatively. So when Tyson started playing around with the idea of offering an all-natural deodorant and asked me if I'd be willing to kind of be one of the guinea pigs and test it out, I didn't really see the problem with it because I wasn't really married to my deodorant, but it was just the one that I have always used. I quickly found out within about a week or two that this was something that I needed to stick to and stay religious with because my body started, and bear with me, this might be a little gross, I started to secrete kind of the toxins that were in my body through my armpit. My white t-shirts that I wear underneath most of my t-shirts, I always have like a Hanes undershirt on. They were gray. My pits were turning gray because of all the aluminum that was coming out of my pores. And then I didn't realize that the chemical burns that I used to get almost weekly were gone. I wasn't having that problem anymore because of the all-natural deodorant. Now, the Copper John's deodorant only comes in 1 scent, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And that 1 scent is actually the scent-free line, the Hunt. The Hunt, we've talked about that before. It offers a whole different slew of products that are scent-free, so it's free of any fragrances, because some people need that. I enjoy that it's scent-free because it actually offers a little bit of a fresh scent that comes from the baking soda. But be careful, because some people do not react well to baking soda, but we're working on that. So stay tuned with that. But long story short, it is all natural, it is not full of chemicals, and it is formulated to combat odor all day long. Now, I'm not just saying that because that's what the product description says on the Copper John's website. I'm saying that because it's a fact, and I can attest to that myself. I don't stink as much as I used to because I've started using the Copper John's all-natural deodorant. I don't have to put it on every single day. There's actually days that I have gotten out of the shower, forgot to put it on, went about my day, and didn't have this nasty BO because I wasn't secreting the smell of nasty chemicals and clogged pores. And honestly, if you want to go down the rabbit hole of why some of these other big brands are bad for you, look up parabens. They're in a lot of cosmetics, and they're not great for you. So look into those. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. I'm not a chemist. I can't give you factual opinions based on that. But there's a lot of information on the web that you can find out for yourself. They're not great, and you're not going to find them in the Copper John's deodorant. Now, there's no big secret when it comes to applying deodorant. You pretty much arm up, roll on, arm down, get ready for the day, head out. But you do want to make sure that you are a little bit damp. So put it on right after the shower. It will roll on a little bit smoother if your underarms are a little bit more damp. You don't got to press too hard. A little goes a long way. And I promise you, this little stick will last you a long time. I only order about once a month from Copper John's, and that's all I need. I still got a good chunk of this one left. I've got one coming, and it's not going to break the bank. It's $13, $12.95 on the Copper John's website, or a little bit less if you just follow one of your favorite Copper John's affiliates and use their code. Long story short, get rid of your old deodorant. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this anymore. I'm not going to say if you want to try it, you need to try it. It works. Your other stuff is crap. This stuff is a cut above. And like I said, if baking soda is not your thing, stay tuned. We've got some other stuff coming. It's amazing. Like always, Copper John's is constantly on the edge of innovation when it comes to men's grooming. And as we've seen with the Revitalizing Hair Serum, there's already some other ones that are popping up with caffeine and the beard oils. So don't be surprised when you see some new innovative things starting to be copied from Copper John's. Tyson's probably going to slap me for saying that, which if you guys follow us on social media, you saw that he already slapped me this week once. Oh! Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into Logan's Corner. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, any comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share this with a buddy, especially your ones that might stink a little bit. Send them one of the deodorant sticks, and we will see you guys next week.